my uncle is a mashgiach in Gateshead, Choshev Yeshiva, and he once called me up, and he wanted to meet with me privately. I was a good boy learning Yeshiva Ketana, and he saw my nature. And my older brothers went to Gateshead Yeshiva. So my father felt like the type of person I am, I shouldn't be going to Gateshead Yeshiva.
So 1 second, your brothers are Litvish?
No, so they went there, and then they like bellsed out.
How?
They went to last year in bells, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So now my uncle called me and says, my father was afraid for me to go to Gateshead.
Why? Because we're Tzia Chevra, man.
Yeah, and if I go there, I'm totally lost. And in fact, he would say, not just lost there, he said I might end up in the Israeli army. That was the line they would use on me.
Really?
Because I wasn't, in the box, typical.
That didn't make you chashik to go to the Israeli army? Some people
if I would have been born 10 years later, I probably would have.
Really?
It wasn't the dumb thing to go off the derech in my days.
It wasn't
the dumb thing. In Manchester...
It wasn't in.
It wasn't in.
No.
It wasn't in.
Today it's much easier.
It's much easier.
Wow.
I'm sure 10 years later, I probably would have.
Achshadur. How do you explain Achshadur in English?
Right. What a wonderful generation.
Yeah.
So,
אנחנו דור מצוין.
That's right.
Yeah.
So my uncle tries to convince, he calls me over, he says, listen, you enjoy learning. Don't know what you're going to do in a Chassid Yeshiva. Come to us. Let's really groom you to be the lamdan, which you could be.
Right.
You like to learn.
He saw your potential.
He saw my potential. And he tells me, there's no chiyuv of kibbutz when it comes to Torah, which is true.
Meaning, even your father wants to send you to bells, you can still make your decision.
Yeah.
Thinking independently.
That's right.
It's a plug for later.
Indeed. Thinking independently. Problem is, I was young and immature. I didn't have the guts. But until the very last minute, I was like, I wanted to go there. I wanted to strike. I wanted to go to Litvish yeshivas. And again, if I'm either Litvish or Hasidish, nothing personal, but I prefer the Litvish.
Wow.
Because of the learning. I enjoyed learning.
Uh-huh. They learn deeper, they learn more excitingly.
Their life revolves around Torah.
Mm-hmm.
And deeper. I like the
more than the herring after the davening.
That's right.
Listen, you're going to get grilled by the comments. I'm going to let you say it. There is people who think that Hasidus still does have enough Torah to offer, and it's not shoved away. But I understand the concept. I understand what you're saying.
First of all, Torah today in the Hasidic world is way better than 20 years ago and 30 years ago. Way better.
Okay.
But
I think on both sides, they went closer to each other. The Litvishes started making kumzitzim, and they take Hasidische zingers.
Absolutely.